Welcome back, motorized bike enthusiast. In today's video, we're going to be showing you what a well-tuned short stroke can do and why a cheap two-stroke should not be underestimated. Two weeks ago, we uploaded our first four-stroke build, the terrible 49cc lock and load kit from BikeBerry. The motor in this kit looks good, but the friction drive and included hardware is just not worth the price of $270 in my opinion. But I promise, we will be adapting this motor to an in-frame build, a proper triangle mount. This led to some confusion throughout the community, along with a handful of comments asking why on earth I decided to go with a friction drive kit, even though it was clearly explained in the first 3 minutes of that video. The idea behind the friction drive kit for us was that my girl could pick a woman's bike and be more suited to her needs, but unfortunately that didn't work out because I realized the motor sits so high on the back. Apparently this reason was not good enough for some viewers and they needed more answers. At this point I could attempt to explain how, after years of being trolled with the four-stroke stick, I had completely legitimate reasons for testing a friction drive kit that in no way, shape, or form was an attempt to rickroll the four-stroke guys. No, honestly, I just wanted to try one. And because I spend my own hard-earned money, precious time, and energy on builds, recording, and video editing, I tend to have a strong say in what I do. Anyways, I had planned a nice long ride with the new four-stroke, but less than a mile from the house, the nut came off the clutch bell and caused some issues.
Something don't feel right. Oh. Did our clutch lock up? Alright, so it's rolling like it's not locked up. But that spindle is rocking left and right. I'm sure you guys can maybe see it. Spindles in there going back and forth like this.
At this point, and due to a number of real-world issues, my energy was just gone. So I parked the bikes for a week, got a handful of dubs on Warzone while taking a YouTube break.
What the fuck?
Back to bikes. I pick up the old Sutek for a nice ride in the woods. Now I get asked all the time what my top speed is on any particular bike, and my answer will always tend to be between 35 and 45 miles an hour, depending on the setup, as if top speed somehow means performance.
I always forget how torquey this little Sutek is.
If your goal is simply to go as fast as possible on a bicycle while ignoring everything else, you are missing out on a lot. For example, how well does it pull from a dead stop? Is it easy to start? Is it easy to fix? How well does it handle poor road conditions? Am I going to die if I hit a little bit of gravel in a turn? Will it die if it gets wet? Can it stop quickly? How much does it cost? How much does it weigh? Are parts easy to get? No, just how fast does it go? Well, let me show you a situation where performance is important, but we're not limited by our top speed.
Remember guys, 4 strokes are heavier than 2 strokes. Be careful with these sticks. They will drop your chain very easily. Whew. I would have made it, but there was a big hole there. If all you're after is fun, like if you want to build one of these bikes just to have fun, that's your main goal, 2 strokes the way to go. Cheaper, smaller, lighter, less stress on the frame, easier to mount. You're not going to get a 4-stroke for $125 to give you the performance and fun factor that you just saw in this video.
The biggest thing that holds us back with these builds is the fact that they only have 1 speed. If you're running a shifter kit, that's a whole different story, but that has issues in and of itself. Trying to drive the amount of horsepower these motors provide through a bike chain is never a good idea in my opinion, but if you can make it work, more power to you. But dealing with the single speed, we need to find a sweet spot, and that's where I deal. See, this bike never once reached its top speed anywhere in this trail ride. We came close a few times, but I always had to hold back just a little bit, especially on the straightaways, due to the riding conditions. Now obviously this isn't going to change your mind if you're dead set on top speed and all you ride is street, but if you ride anything other than street, or if you have crappy roads, that should be the least of your concerns. You want good torque, you want good handling, you make sure your brakes are working fine. All these things are at play, and top speed is the last one on the list. The main reason I chose the SUTEC for this particular video is, on paper, it's the lowest performance motor I have. It's a short stroke, 38 millimeters I believe, which is the low hole piston, in case you're wondering. It's also a 32 millimeter intake, that's the smaller intake. And even our sprocket is the standard 44 tooth. Other than a lightly ported cylinder and an NT speed carburetor, it's basically a stock China doll motor. For me, torque is really the big factor. It's the practical performance, as Two Stroke Ports puts it. It's what you're going to spend most of your time using. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. That's pretty much all I have. Until next time, ride safe.
Again. It's not my day. Why does every beer bottle have to look like my damn silencer? There it is. Right there. The first one of these I put inside a F2 thruster didn't give me any problems. This one's just a little different. You don't want to wedge in there just right.